Hello and welcome to Pushing Back, Ukraine Daily Brief. As the war enters its 910th day, these are the main developments from the past 24 hours. The update from the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Russia has lost approximately 605,330 troops in Ukraine since the beginning of the war. The number, which has not been independently verified, includes 1,190 casualties over the past day. According to the released Ukrainian figures, Russia lost 4 tanks, 32 armored combat vehicles, 45 artillery systems, 1 multiple launch rocket system, 1 air defense system, 27 drones, 49 vehicles, and 6 pieces of special equipment. The Russians launched 135 combat clashes and carried out 49 airstrikes, including 56 anti-aircraft missiles on the territory of Ukraine. They also used 556 kamikaze drones and carried out 3,300 attacks on the positions of Ukrainian troops and settlements using various types of weapons. In its latest intelligence update, the UK's Ministry of Defence reports the Wagner Group, once led by Yevgeny Prigozhin, has significantly declined since the plane crash that killed him and other key leaders. Many senior members have left the group and joined other organizations, such as the Russian MOD or Chechen Special Forces. The group's personnel count has dropped dramatically from its peak in its latest intelligence update, the Institute for the Study of War. The Russian military command recently redeployed elements of at least one Russian airborne regiment from western Zaporizhia Oblast in response to Ukraine's incursion into Kursk Oblast, possibly in an effort to stabilize the lines and improve command and control over Russian conscripts. The Russian military command reportedly heavily committed elements initially intended for the Russian offensive effort in northern Kharkiv Oblast to the defense of Kursk Oblast. The Kremlin may be taking steps to address its border vulnerabilities amid the Ukrainian incursion into Kursk Oblast and following a series of unsuccessful long-term efforts to improve Russian border security. Ukrainian forces marginally advanced throughout their salient in Kursk Oblast amid continued Russian efforts to stop these advances on August 22. Recent Russian advances in the Pokrovsk direction appear to have prompted Ukrainian withdrawals from limited positions southeast of Pokrovsk, and Russian forces have likely failed to achieve their apparent objective of tactically encircling Ukrainian forces in the area. The tempo of Russian aviation operations is reportedly decreasing throughout most of the theater, although this decreased tempo may be temporary, and its cause is unclear. Ukrainian forces conducted a series of successful strikes against targets in Volgograd Oblast and Krasnodar Krai on August 22. Russian forces recently advanced north of Siversk, within Chasiv Yar, and southeast of Toretsk and Pokrovsk. Russian State Duma Committee on Information Policy head Alexander Kinstein stated on August 21 that the Russian Union of Journalists and Ministry of Digital Development submitted a bill to the Cabinet of Ministers proposing to grant veteran status to journalists who have worked in Ukraine, the counterterrorism operation zone in Kursk Oblast, and other unspecified combat zones. Zelensky and his team visited the border area of the Sumy and spoke about 3 areas. Firstly, frontline updates and defense efforts. He received reports from General Sersky on the operational situation across key areas of the front line, including actions to strengthen defense in critical regions like Toretsk and Pokrovsk. Ukrainian forces gained control of another settlement in the Kursk region. Secondly, regional security and infrastructure restoration. The head of Sumy Regional Military Administration, Volodymyr Artyuk, reported a reduction in shelling and civilian casualties in the Sumy region, enabling safer restoration of energy infrastructure and preparation for the heating season. Lastly, coordination and humanitarian efforts. Discussions were held on improving coordination between the military, police, and state emergency service to organize humanitarian convoys to areas affected by the conflict, particularly in the Kursk region. Thanks for following today's updates. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. We'll return tomorrow with the latest news on the ongoing conflict.